Saturday afternoon, the Red Sox seem to bounce back after the Mets took Game 1 8-0 last night. The Sox sending right-hander Rick Porcello out for one of his final starts before the postseason begins. Hi, everybody. It's turned into a beautiful Saturday afternoon at Fenway. Great to have you with us. I'm Dave O'Brien. My partner is Johnny Gomes, and Garen Austin is right around the corner. Rick Porcello, I think the Red Sox would like to see him go at least 6 innings here today, Johnny, because lately the starts have been a little on the short side for a guy who's had a lot of long ones this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the matchup is going to benefit Porcello today. Their best hitters right in the middle of the lineup are left-handed. Rick Porcello, 182 strikeouts, about 120 plus against left-handers. Good stuff with that sinker and the changeup. Let me show you 3 of his strikeouts right here, ironically coming off 3 left-handers. Can run it in right there, and that's a sinker. You see it coming in and come back over, and then goes 4-seamer up above. There's 2 left-handers, 2 strikeouts. Watch him finish it off right here when he was down there in Atlanta, right there on the outer half of the plate, smidge elevated, stays out of the middle. He's in good shape. He's got that changeup, again the sinker. Check those numbers out right there. 65.9% strikeouts in 2007 against left-handed batters. Middle of the lineup for the Mets, all left-handed. Jay Bruce, Conforto, Nemo in the outfield. It's going to match up for him.
Well, don't forget, he's going for 17 wins here this afternoon. Rick Porcello taking on the Mets here in Game 2. Take a look at this before the game now. They're called the 7-Line Army, named after the subway that goes to Citi Field in New York. Today, about 1,600 Met fans attending the game. They marched together from Kings Bar on Dalton Street to Fenway, right there on Lansdowne, representing the Mets here this afternoon in a big way. In the middle game of the series, and in the sunshine, Rick Porcello taking the Red Sox onto the diamond. He's 16-7, ERA of 4.27, leading the Red Sox in wins and looking to go maybe a bit deeper than in his recent starts. And here's a look at the starting lineup that he will take on for the Mets. And it'll be Ahmad Rosario leading things off at shortstop. Jeff McNeil is at second base. Michael Conforto in left field with Jay Bruce off a big night, the designated hitter. Todd Frazier at third. Brandon Nimmo in right field. Dominic Smith at first base. Kevin Plawecki is the catcher. And Austin Jackson is in center field and the number 9 hitter. Brought to you by your local Nissan dealers. And Rick Porcello, 16-7, 4.27 earned run average. Red Sox starter, presented by your New England Audi dealers. The Sox have won each of his last 5 starts. And here's a look at the defense.
Take a look at the Red Sox defense, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Devers, of course, at third. Bogart, shortstop. Ian Kinsler, second base. Over at first base tonight, Steve Pierce. Outfield basically the same. Benintendi in left, JBJ in center. Mookie Betts in right with both those gold gloves. There's Rick Porcello throwing to Sandy Leone.
Here are the umpires, brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Chad Whitson has the plate. Bill Miller at first, Angel Hernandez at second. Todd Tichenor will make the decisions at third base. And Rosario to get in at 259 with 9 home runs. Immediately attacking, he will line to Kinsler for a fast out on 1 pitch.
Here we go, 1 pitch, 1 out. Rick Porcello out there. We're going to have a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. He's going to slow it down with about an 89, 90-mile-an-hour sinker.
We're available as telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit compra2toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV. Now McNeil 337, 3 home runs. He's driven in 17. And it looks like a good young prospect for the Mets at second base. Also made a dynamite defensive play last night.
I'm sure he's opening some eyes over there for the New York Mets. He's got 1,600 of their fans today in right field.
Kinsler in shallow right. Both feet on the grass. Will throw him out. 2 up and 2 down.
Yeah, how about that defensive play last night? Obviously, he's coming in at a 330 clip at the plate, but he's also got a glove. 2 L's in this game, leather and lumber. There's a little bit of leather out there saving his boy Syndergaard out there on the mound. Threw a gem last night. That did help.
Conforto will check in at 239, 25 home runs. Good power out of the 3 spot for New York.
We touched on in the beginning. We'll see how Rick Porcello attacks these left-handers. The left-handers do have a tough time against Rick Porcello, but these ones, granted their record's not where they want, but Conforto, Jay Bruce, they can't come with it.
Our key matchup presented by Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service. We're always here to get you there. Rick Porcello against the National League this year, 3-0. And line just a 169 batting average. Today he does not get the opportunity to swing the bat, which he's done so well against the National League. Been very good in the batter's box as well.
Putting it all together.
And the 2-1 fouled off the end of the bat. Jay Bruce on deck.
So check this out right here. You see the shadows. You see how the shadows right behind the pitcher's mound. If there's a line in between the 60-foot 6-inch mark where that black line cuts across, where Rick would be in the sun and the batter would be in the shadows, it gets a little tough to see the off speed. But where it stands right now, it shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Tomorrow an earlier start at 1 o'clock. 1:05 Chris Sale against Jacob deGrom. Sale to go 3 innings. That's the game plan. 3-2 fouled away. deGrom with a 1.71 ERA. A lot of buzz about a Cy Young for him. Last 5 starts a 1.25 ERA, but he's 1-2.
That's about as tough as it is to do right there.
So under normal circumstances, if Sale were able to go, an unlimited number of pitches, that'd be one of the better matchups of the year. Caught by Kinsler, and Porcello gets off to a quick start. 1-2-3 they go. Here's the Sox lineup today, brought to you by Toyota's official website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Mookie Betts hitting .339, number 1 in baseball, to be followed by Benintendi, Martinez, and Bogart. Steve Pearson there today, along with Ian Kinsler, Jackie Bradley, Rafael Devers, and Sandy Leon. Against the right-hander Corey Oswalt, he's 3-2, and a high ERA for the rookie, 6.62. This is his 10th start of the year for the Mets.
Yeah, Oswalt's going to showcase a four-seam fastball. We talked about the sinker last night, so that sink fastball is going to go down and in. It looks like right there on Mookie's elbow. Yikes.
Mookie Betts struck by the pitch. He will take his base.
Some people call it a funny bone. In situations like this, there's nothing funny about it, especially to Mookie right there, right on that elbow. Not a lot of meat. Little higher up, we can get his tricep. But when you're going right on that elbow, oh boy. Yep.
Boy, you see this late in the season, you know, with a 9.5 game lead. For a Red Sox fan, catches your breath a little bit.
Yeah, that's a little squeeze test right there. You want a little pressure on the trainer's hand, make sure it's in there. Tell you what, sometimes it takes an inning or two to get it all back.
Well, the smile's a good thing. And the trainer along with Alex Cora leaving, so Mookie Betts okay. And Benintendi trying to get going. 287 with 16 home runs for Andrew. He's in a 6 for 30 on the homestand. 0 for his last 11. So trying to get that swing back in order again, and he'll take a ball.
Ooh, tricky right there, squaring around. They're going again with that 3-man infield on the right side. Todd Frazier, only one on the left side. Interesting, a bunt laying down right here. We'll see if Mookie can go all the way to third on an infield bunt. Obviously, Todd Frazier would have to crash to come get the bunt. Rosario, the shortstop, who's over at second base, would have to clear all the way over. See a lot of moving parts. It'd be a big wheel if he was able to lay down a bunt right here.
Swinging away, a little trickler here. First baseman Smith will sling it into the outfield. Betts is up and running and safely down to third. And the Red Sox have men on the corners with nobody out.
So again, you see this shift. We got a lot of people out of position. You got the shortstop covering right there, but he's covering coming from the second base side. Normally you would see the shortstop coming from left to right. Right now he's coming from right to left. Not really accustomed with that. First base right here playing out of a low position. We had Jay Bruce last night. He's in there tonight. What it does do is bring J.D. Martinez up with a runner in scoring position. No outs.
Hitting .331 with the 41 home runs. He's now second behind Chris Davis again. Got one last night for Oakland. So he has 42. He's having a great year. JD with 122 runs batted in and strike one on the swing and miss.
You could also see if we get a little movement on the bases like last night. The Mets coming in throwing out MLB worst 23% of the base runners.
We'll see how Oswalt really fares here at Fenway, because Syndergaard loved it last night. He was raving about it after the game. He called it a surreal experience to pitch at Fenway.
Wow.
And threw the ball awfully well.
Yeah, his stuff's pretty electric. It sure is.
Now for JD, the rare major league triple crown is in sight with 14 games to go. Did he hold up? No, it's a swing and a miss. Strike three, and down he goes. So JD fans out number one.
Let's take a look at the Mets defense out there. They already boxed one play, but over here at third base, we got Frazier at third base, Rosario second base, McNeil, nice little bat, great play last night. Smith already at first base with that throwing error. Outfield, Conforto on left, Austin Jackson in center, Nemo and right. It's not Nemo. And then there's Oswalt on the mound throwing to Pileski.
Xander Bogaerts 289 with 93 runs batted in, trying to get the Red Sox on the board. Sox with a couple of base runners without the benefit of a hit. And Bogaerts looking to make him pay, and that knocks the bat out of his hands high and tight as he dropped the bat. Ball one. This guy's all over the place.
Yeah, he sure is. Looks like he's trying to establish that inside part of the plate. Coming up short on Mookie, hitting Mookie in the elbow, and Bogaerts getting out of the way. Trying to establish that inner half. If you miss on that inner half, you got 310 feet staring down your neck with that green monster over there. He's got to make sure he gets it in if he's trying to go in.
Mookie Betts drilled on the elbow, and that one up and in on Xander Bogaerts. See if Benintendi thinks about doing some running as well. Not going here, and that catches the corner, according to Chad Whitson. Xander's had a very nice homestand. He's 11 for 26 on it with a pair of home runs, although last night he was 0 for 3. That snapped a 15-game on-base streak, second longest of the season for him.
Yeah, I'd like to see him knock in a few runs right here and just climb for that 100 mark. That 100 RBI mark is pretty impressive. You plug that 100 RBIs at shortstop, plug that 100 RBIs in at his age, starting to separate himself a little bit.
He has a career high 21 home runs and counting. One past him, 2-2, only 90 miles an hour, but evens up the count. Boy, it was a gray and overcast morning, but not a cloud in the sky right now practically.
Good pitch to Log right here. We got 2-2 count, runner first and third. This is a big pitch for the pitcher right here. We'll see what he has the most confidence in. Doesn't really want to go 3-2. If he goes 3-2, majority of the time that's going to put Benintendi in motion. 3-2 count, get in motion, stay out of that double play. So this pitch right here, majority of the time, is something that he's going to have the most confidence in. So whether he throws it for a strike or a ball, just log the type of pitch he throws right here.
One man out, two aboard, the 2-2. And time granted by Whitson.
The pitcher's paying a lot of attention to those base runners. I think that's coming due to that 23% MLB worst in throwing the runners out.
Mookie Betts leading off third, Benintendi off first, and a 2-2. There goes Benintendi, and it's fouled out of play. Boy, Cleveland has jumped all over Detroit. They're in the second inning, and the Indians lead 11-0. Yankees are underway against Toronto, 0-0 in the first inning.
That's just a padding your stats day right there.
Red Sox trying to get one into the run column here, and again back in Benintendi. American League West tightened up yesterday as the Oakland A's have pulled to within 2.5 of Houston.
If Benintendi does take off and he throws a ball, we'll have an action play, and you got to keep an eye on Mookie as well. See if he wants to steal home on the throw to second. 2-2-1 out. Action count right here. A lot of options. A lot of options.
Pierce waiting on deck. He's getting a start today against a right-hander. Sox facing the 6'5" right-hander out of San Diego. Corey Oswalt, 3-2 with a 6.62 ERA. Made his major league debut back in April. He's also pitched out of the bullpen for them. He's been up and down between AAA and the Mets. And a ground ball up the middle, through for a base hit. That'll bring in Mookie Betts. Benintendi to third and stopping there. And there's the 94th RBI of the year for Xander Bogaerts. Red Sox on top 1-0.
How about that 94 climbing the ladder? Let's see what he does. See pitch 1 on the far right and all the others. The other 6 pitches on the outer half. I mentioned 2-2. We'll see what he does right here. He threw that 4-seam fastball on the outer half. Fouled it off. Fouled another one off. Guess what he's coming back with? Same pitch right there. Good job right there. Driving in 94.
And Mookie scoring for the 118th time this year. So appears to dig in. 288, 10 homers. He has driven in 37 men.
Yeah, and this is one guy you got to be careful with too. You're going inside on him. He'll go all the way over the Green Monster.
Again, good to see the smile on the face of Mookie Betts after getting drilled by the pitch.
Yeah, looks like he had to go get a little Brock Holt medicine right there. Oh! Yeah, Brock Holt will keep you honest, that's for sure.
There's no safe zone in there.
Nope.
I'll tell you what, the Met faithful down the right field line, they're ready to roar here today. We mentioned over 1,600 of them in that one particular area of the ballpark. Here comes the 1-1.
Yeah, if I was a fan faithful, love my team, and we're going to take the whole crew on the road, probably pick a different place where they have 101 wins. Right, roll the dice at another ballpark.
Then again, with the year the Mets have had, this is like their postseason to come to Boston for these 3 games, and you know, starting Syndergaard and DeGrom in 2 of them. And a pop up into the sun. McNeil on the dirt, and now into shallow right to make the catch. Runners will stay put, and out number 2. Comforts of home now brought to you by Bernie and Phil's. Mookie Betts at home this season, hitting .364. 12 home runs. He has just scored another run. Right now, get the furniture you want with 0 interest for up to 60 months and no minimum purchase required. Ian Kinsler, .250 with 14 home runs, batting out of the 6 hole. Good day yesterday, 2 for 3 and a couple of stolen bases.
Sure. Power threat. Stolen base threat.
And ball 1. In fact, over his last 15 games, he's batting .327 with 9 RBIs. He's got Benintendi at third and Xander Bogaerts at first. Plawecki out in front of home plate with 2 down.
You're giving the signs right there. That's for the infield runner on first base, runner on third base. What he's telling the infield is what base he's going to throw it to. Is he going to throw it to second? Is he going to arm fake and go to third? Or is he just going to hold the ball?
Not a lot of strikes from the young right-hander. 22 pitches, only 12 in the zone. And Oswalt with a 2-0 in there for a strike.
Yeah, there's that 2-0 pitch. We can go back to Bogaerts' 2-2 count, where I thought there was a lot on the line right there, a big pitch, and whatever he threw right there, I go ahead and log as the pitch he had most confidence in. And that pitch right there was a 4-seamer on the outer half. Again, 2-0 with 2 outs, runner score position. He chose to go there again.
There goes Xander Bogaerts, and a fake toss by the catcher. It'll be a stolen base. So Xander in the scoring position as well now, second and third.
Yeah, that was that fake throw. There's a couple options right there. You can go all the way to second. You can go arm fake. And the reason the arm fake is he goes arm face, and maybe Benintendi's running down the line trying to steal third. You see him go right to third base. Benny didn't take the bait. He wants 2 runners in scoring position right here.
It'll be ball 4. So the base is going to be all loaded up for Jackie Bradley. Oswald with a long inning started by plunking Mookie Betts. His command has not been good. Jackie 231 with 12 home runs. He walked and stole a base last night.
And there's that defense again. They've done that to all the left-handers so far. They're bringing all 3 over to the right side, and as well as pounding them on the inner half. So they're shifting them to the pull side as well as throwing them on the inner half.
Red Sox looking for more right away. A 1-0 lead. He was in attack mode there on that 90-mile-an-hour fastball. That's about the top end. 90-91.
Yeah, that's max for him.
All filled up. Benintendi, Bogarts, and Kinsler. High fly ball into right field. Nimmo didn't see it initially, but now he does. And he'll make the catch. Red Sox with a big threat. They wind up with the 1 run, 1-0 after an inning. Now top of the second coming up. Red Sox with a 1-0 lead on the Mets, and Jay Bruce, who did plenty of damage last night, about to lead things off here for the Mets. Always been a guy who's capable of having a very big night, and he did in their 8-0 victory as he drove in 4 runs. Fouls that one at home plate.
Yeah, that's one thing about Jay Bruce. He's a real streaky hitter, but there's more positive than the negative. So some of the slumps can, create a little bit of length. That's the, the 0 for 15s, 0 for 17s. But anytime he's in that box, he has the opportunity and the will to change the score. It's always a deep threat.
Todd Frazier to follow him. Porcello has been outstanding in interleague play. The Sox have won each of his last 13 interleague starts. Not that he's won every one of those, but Red Sox have won them all. And in his career, he's 21-8.
Wow.
In interleague play, and ERA a little over 4. Here's the 1-2 to Bruce.
A little bit different than the Mets starting pitcher tonight. Rick Porcello really filling up the zone right now. 15 pitches, 11 of them in the zone for strikes.
A good early sign when he's throwing a high number of strikes like this. Here comes the 1-2 to Bruce.
And even a pitch like that, though, that's a purpose pitch right there. He's going for the elevated fastball. So what you do is you get that eye level up. If he doesn't chase it, look for something down right here. 2 different coordinates of the strike zone.
Bruce is 0 for 2 against him lifetime. Time for What's Brewing in Boston, presented by Sam Adams, the official beer of the Red Sox. Red Sox have won each of Porcello's last 13 interleague starts, the longest streak of team wins for any pitcher in interleague history. Previously, it was Johan Santana, 12 in a row. Hammered to first, fair ball, picked by Pierce. And to the bag for the out, 1 away.
Yeah, good job by Rick right there. Goes with the elevated fastball and then gets him on that curveball down. 2 different coordinates.
Let's get out of Guerin.
Thanks, Obi. Eduardo Nunez came out of Thursday's game due to right knee soreness. Alex Cora said that he's feeling better and he could play tomorrow, but it will most likely be on Tuesday. And Matt Barnes threw a light bullpen on Thursday, guys. He'll throw another one tomorrow, but still no timetable on him. Obi?
All right, Guerin, thanks for the update there. Very good news on Eduardo Nunez. That is not going to be a long-standing thing, would not appear. The Red Sox are hopeful of having Matt Barnes back before the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a big weapon down there. Obviously, the velocity that he can bring, the command he can bring. He's got two big power pitches. Be a nice little weapon down there.
Frazier takes a ball, hitting just .226 with 18 home runs. Do you see what Anthony Rizzo of the Cubs did the other day?
Guy's just a big kid, isn't he?
He really is. Popped up into left field. Out goes Bogarts. Benintendi coming on, and Benintendi will take that. Well, they're in a marathon stretch of their season, the Cubs are. They lost the game on Wednesday night to Milwaukee, and then they had to go to New York, and this is when the hurricane was beginning to approach, to play one game and then go right back to Chicago. So he decided he was going to dress in his uniform, his game uniform, and that's all he was going to bring with him to Washington. So he got on the team charter in his Cubs uniform. He even brought like a little grade school backpack with him, you know, filled with snacks and stuff. And he slept in the uniform and he played in it. Nemo gets drilled here. So he is on.
Keep an eye on it right there. Keep an eye on it. You don't hit Mookie Betts and not expect one of your guys to get hit, even if it's on accident. Right here, he actually did get hit last night in that same spot. Woo! So he's hitting some flesh right there. Mookie got right on the elbow. No harm, no foul, just snuck it in.
A 16th man that he has hit this season. That is #1 on the staff. So each side with one. And it brings up Dominic Smith, who's hitting .214 with 4 home runs. Mets hit 4 of them last night in the win. I got a great kick out of that, and he was the only Cub who did that. And afterwards, Joe Madden said, well, I wish he had told me, because I would have had the whole team do that.
Yeah, that's pretty pro. He had his eye black on and everything. He was in it to win it.
There was a bit of a protest for making them go into D.C. He said, yeah, we're going into the teeth of a hurricane, you know, just let us do that. So it was a bit of a protest on his part, but he's a very clever guy.
He sure is. Can hit too, my gosh.
A little bit, yeah. 1-2 on Smith. Red Sox leading at 1-0. Johnny Gomes in for the weekend. And the Red Sox will be heading for New York after the game on Sunday, an off day on Monday, and then up against the Yankees for the last 3 games of the regular season there in the Bronx. And Tuesday's a day game at 1 o'clock.
This is about as max of a defense as you can get on the pole side. You got Devers all the way over there.
Down he goes hacking. He struck out Smith. 1 man left. 1-0 Red Sox. Red Sox games at Fenway available at aceticket.com. You go to aceticket.com right now for better seats, better service, lower prices. Rafael Devers leading things off by taking a strike, and the Sox have a 1-0 lead. He'll be followed by Sandy Leon and then Mookie Betts, who has scored the only run. Oh, that one hit sharply and threw Smith down into right field. Rafael Devers, although he hit it hard, play should have been made.
Oh, you want to see how hard it is to hit sometimes and you're trying to call timeout to the umpire. Watch him get in there, and you see Jake's right here. He's going to try and rush him. Watch Devers. Time. Never mind. Let me get a knock real quick. How cool is that? Always ready to hit. Time. Psych. Look at that.
That will be an E3. So Smith's already made 2 errors. And bring up Sandy Leon, 184, 5 home runs. He needs a day. He needs a couple of hits in a big way. 0 for his last 27. You know, moving toward postseason play, just to get that feeling again, you can do something with the bat. And doubt begins to creep in whenever you're slumping like this.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, it just creates length. And I tell you what, in situations like this, to be able to flip the lineup over, to be able to get Mookie up with 2 runners on versus runner on first with 1 out, possible double play to end it. This is how you flip the lineup over right here. The more guys you can get on for Mookie, the better. Obviously the leadoff guy, but he's a whole different caliber of a leadoff guy.
2-0. Mookie to the on-deck area. Red Sox leading 1-0. Oswald last time out went just 3 innings in a start. That was 6 days ago. In a no decision against the Phillies, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs. He was not expected to go deep into that game. He had been working out of the pen. You know, it's early in the second game of a 3-game series, but to me, the Mets throw over more than any team I've seen this year.
Well, I brought up the 23.7% of catchers throwing out the runners. So what they have to do is try and keep them close, shut the run game down there, because the catcher's arm isn't keeping them close.
Devers took off on the pop-up, racing out for Rosario, and he'll run it down. And Rafael Devers retreating back to first base. So that'll be out number 1. Our custom suits designed by Joseph Abboud and made in America using only the finest Italian fabrics and available at Men's Warehouse. Text NESN1 to 66960 to receive $100 off your next Joseph Abboud custom suit purchase at Men's Warehouse.
Good looking suite right there.
Oh, it sure is. Our great friend Joseph Abboud.
There he is.
Mookie hit by a pitch on the elbow and scored a run in the first inning.
He hasn't really brought his changeup or curveball into the mix. He's really just been staying with that 4-seam fastball on the black, off the black, on the black, off the black. Right there, pitch 1 again, similar to that 2-2 pitch back in the first inning to Bogey. Showcase the curveball right there. It's coming out for the second time through the lineup. Mookie Betts being the leadoff guy. Seeing him for the second time now in the second inning.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Mookie Betts fans for the second out. So a little high heat there. He gets Mookie, and that'll bring up Benintendi, who reached on an error in the first inning.
See how they pitch Benny right here. Like we've been mentioning, they've really been pounding the left-handers this series, pounding them in, as well as bringing their defense onto the pull side. Sometimes you just want to step in the bucket, and you call it just clear them out. Just kind of guess it's coming in there early in the count, and just go for the fences.
Toronto's taking a 3-0 lead on the Yankees in the second. Benintendi has only played 21 career games against the National League, but he's hit them well. 325 with 5 home runs.
Good time for interleague homer right here.
He's due to hit one in the month of September. He's yet to hit one this month. Been stuck on 16 a while.
20 would be a nice round number for him.
And it sounds like the expectation when you go back to spring training. You know, you were hoping for something around 20 and 90 for him. I'd say the 90 is very much within his reach. He's at 80 runs batted in.
It's about as steady as it gets right there. Maybe a couple more knocks, get him up to 300, 320 and 90. Have that for your long career. You'd be happy with that.
Bunting and fouls it away. So 2-2. JD Martinez waiting his turn. There are 2 down. There goes Devers, and it's fouled away.
Yeah, he's still staying on that inner half. You see pitch one obviously on the other side of the plate that he starts him off. That's just kind of to open up the inner half. Hopefully he would be looking away, but as it stands up into game 2, they've been pounding the lefties in.
Full count. So now Devers will be off to the races with 2 down. On a 3-2 pitch. Trying to get the inning to JD.
Yeah, see, Smith is going to back up right here. 3-2, 2 outs. No reason to hold him on. He's going. It's either ball 4, strike 3, or in play. So he's scooting back to get a little more range versus holding him on.
Runner takes off, and that's sharply hit into right field. Devers rounding second. On his way into third. Benintendi puts a good swing on it on the 3-2 pitch. And there are 2 on for Martinez.
That's a good job right there. It's taken a while, but here it comes right here. Fastball middle, going for the inner half again. Benintendi paying attention. Good job, and just shoots it right through the shift. 3 guys on the right side, but none of them where this ball goes. Devers, little hop, skip, and a jump. That ball hits him. He's out, inning over. Little hops. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Still able to make it to third for the big guy, DH. JD Martinez coming up to add on to his 122 RBIs.
We began the day trailing Mookie Betts by 8 points in the batting race, and that's for the #1 spot in all Major League Baseball. They'll pop this one up into right. Jackson and Nimmo coming over, and the right fielder will make that catch. Red Sox have already stranded 5 men here early on. Top three, 1-0 Red Sox behind Rick Porcello. He'll get 8, 9, and 1 in this inning. Plawecki to catcher, 230 with half a dozen home runs. And then Austin Jackson and Ahmed Rosario, top of the order.
Good job right there showcasing the slider. You see the in-out game. First pitch outer half, second pitch inner half, both fastballs, and he goes with the slider on the outer half. 1-2 count. It's got a few options right here to work with.
Trying to put away the number 8 hitter. One of those days so far. Feels like the Sox probably ought to have 2 or 3 runs by now. Just the one so far.
Just 1 run over 2 hits. Also hits batsman in a walk, but what they did do is get that pitch count up. I'd imagine that bullpen's going to be moving around here pretty soon for the Mets.
You would think. Here's the 1-2. Red Sox bidding for win number 102 here this afternoon.
See the sequence. Rick Porcello goes right here, staying with that in-out game. He goes with the washout slider right there. Stays on that fastball in the outer half.
Mookie battling the sun and over to get it. Jackie Bradley. Jackie closing on it, makes the catch for out number 1. At the Cancer Center at Beth Israel Deaconess. Imagining a world without cancer isn't their dream, it's their job. Learn about this standard of cure and promising research at bidmc.org/standard of cure. Austin Jackson 257. He's hit 3 home runs.
Big one last night, didn't he?
That was a surprise.
Yep.
He began the season with the Giants. He was traded to Texas and then released by Texas in July and picked up by this ball club. That's in there for a strike.
That's paint right there. That's half the ball in the white, half the ball in the black. Black being the edge of home plate. Ball's really tough to hit and definitely tough to drive. Puts him at a 1-2 count. Again, Rick Porcello getting ahead of the hitters.
Jackson's 0 for 3 against him lifetime. 2-2. Loop foul back out of play.
That was a good job right there. Pitch and pitch 6 on the inner half. You see pitch 1, 3, and 5 all grouped together right there. Call that archery, like he's just rifling arrows right in there. Look at that cluster right there, right on the black. Snuck pitch 6 in there to open up the outer half again. I'd imagine he's go the outer half. 6 is a little fake out right there. See what he does. Right out there. Good job.
Right where he wanted it to strike him out looking as he fans Jackson, and that is strikeout number 2. Let's toss it down to Guerin.
Opie Johnny, Rick Porcello is from New Jersey, and he actually grew up a Mets fan. He was telling us he doesn't know how it happened, but he really liked the 2000 team because Mike Piazza was the guy. He said he remembers going to 2 games at Shea Stadium, and his parents would usually take them to 1 baseball game a year, and usually it was a Yankees game, so he had to suffer through that. Johnny, who was your team growing up?
Ooh, good call. It's pretty easy for me. If you remember the 1989 World Series, better known as the Earthquake Series.
Yep.
That's the A's and the Giants, the Bay Series. Young 8-year-old right there. Whoever wins this is going to be my favorite team. Got 2 teams in my backyard at the World Series. The A's versus the Giants. Obviously the A's win. A's fan.
There you go. They made it easy on you.
They did.
Series was delayed because of the terrible earthquake there in San Francisco. 1-1 and in there for a called strike on Rosario.
Yeah, those are the old Bash brothers, Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire, Ricky Henderson sliding head first. Dennis Eckersley was my guy.
Naturally. And that is in there for strike 3. Porcello breezing through the 3rd inning. 1, 2, 3 they go. Game number 149. Red Sox would beat the Yankees 8-4. In the 7th, Johnny Gomes walked to load the bases. Saltalamacchia cleared them with a grand slam to break a 4-4 tie. Brandon Workman got the win, his 7th. Very patient.
Put that walk right up next to Kevin Millar's walk.
That's right.
Dave Roberts stole the bag.
I'll never forget your home run in St. Louis.
Ooh.
World Series. Turn that thing around as Bogaerts knocks that one high in the air, foul off first, and that'll be out of play.
Yeah, the crazy thing about that is, if you remember, I didn't find out I was playing until about 6:30. I was in the last group of batting practice taking my swings. Full lather, had my BP top on, not my cleats, everything. You know, the starters hit in the first group and then take it in. I'm still on the field at 6:40. We got first pitch in a couple minutes. I got to go change my uni, take a shower, mix in a apple or something, run it out there.
0-2 in there for strike 3. Xander, who had singled in a run in the first inning. What were the details of that? Why would you find out that late?
It was Shane Victorino actually came up with some back spasms.
That's right.
Something like that was late.
Yep.
And remember John Farrell coming out and says, "Hey, you're in left field." Oh, wow. Sound nervous. Relax. I think we'll be all right.
Turned out to be absolutely true.
Yeah. He's like, "Yeah, you know, you just don't have a whole lot of time to get ready." I'm always ready, John. I'm always ready.
That's what you told him?
Yeah, I'm always ready. Put me in, coach.
That sounds like you.
I'm ready to play. Even though it's the World Series and you're hitting behind David Ortiz and the whole thing's on the line.
World Series.
It's another game.
Poppy's making a big speech inside the dugout there. Tell everybody better get after it.
Yep.
Right?
Just lost a game on an interference call at third base.
Oh, yeah. Some strange stuff happened. It was a very entertaining World Series.
Yeah, it sure was.
And your home run was a gigantic moment. Red Sox would then win at Fenway Park and clinch the World Series at home for the first time in 95 years.
Real life goosebumps right there.
Mm. What a great sound that night in this ballpark. Never forget it. One out, bases empty, and the 2-2 hammered through the hole for a base hit. So Pierce is on. Clean single for Steve Pierce with one away. All new On Course with Andy Brickley. Brick gets thrown a knuckleball when he welcomes Tim Wakefield to Granite Links Golf Club in Quincy. Don't miss On Course with Andy Brickley tonight at 8 after Red Sox postgame coverage right here on NESN.
Do you think anytime he throws something like maybe his keys on the counter or like a piece of paper in the garbage, it just goes right to the knuckle?
I do.
Yeah.
I think without question.
Like peels an orange and he takes the peel and knuckles it into the garbage?
Absolutely.
I think I would too.
It worked rather well for Wake. A little salt at the dinner table, you know, sprinkle it away. You know, you're doing that with a fingernail, right? Sprinkle away.
How cool is that?
Kinsler took a walk in the first inning. Red Sox on top 1-0. With a first inning run scored by Mookie Betts. Red Sox have been amazing when they score the first run. Record of 67-13.
Yeah, check out Ian's bat. He's got a new bat in his hands. Maybe I can touch on his next at bat. It's a pretty cool story that he's working with. Maybe when he comes back up, I can touch on it. It's pretty cool.
You know, to me, it looks like a bat.
Yeah,
there's a lot more behind it, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot more behind it. There's these bats these days are almost an extension of your personality, and it's no longer just a Louisville Slugger. You know, two different models, and it's your livelihood, man. It's everything that you got. It's your paycheck, it's your life, it's your pension. Just that bat in your hands.
You know, it's your brand in many cases. And were you telling me earlier today that the company that makes this particular bat for Ian Kinsler, they donate part of the proceeds from the sale of every bat to his particular charity?
Yeah, so the bat that he's using is called War Stick, and the unique part about it is he's actually he's an owner of the whole company, the whole bat company. I think I got one right here if you want to check it out.
Yeah, you do.
Yep.
There you go.
So it's pretty cool right here, and a lot of guys are using it now. He's got Matt Kemp using it. He's got Justin Upton using it. I mean, pretty cool to say that the bat he uses in the game, he's the owner of the company as well. And he's teamed up with the lead singer of White Stripes.
Ah.
Yeah, so White Stripes is in it. So a little music, a little baseball. It's full-blown like a identity, if you will. It's not just the old bat. It's pretty cool. Warsick, they make with the little metal bats for kids. They got a store in Dallas. It's a pretty cool setup. So he's definitely invested in what he has in his hands.
All the way around.
All the way around.
Runner takes off, and this one pop foul back out of play.
Let's see if he can take his War Stick right now and hit one over the fence.
And back in the day, it was just a bat.
That was it.
Now your identity's in it.
Yeah. Yeah, so the guys that use it, the other guys that use it, they, you know, you get your own model and whatnot, and a fan goes to buy it, and proceeds go to that player's charity. It's a pretty cool setup.
Gorgeous day at Fenway. Red Sox with a 1-0 lead on the Mets. And Pierce with a dive back safely. Sox magic numbers still at 6 going into play today. Well, Toronto has a 5-0 lead on the Yankees in the third.
How's Cleveland's lead?
15-0 in the fourth.
Ooh.
They lead the Tigers.
Babe.
The Dodgers have scored 17 runs. In fact, that's how they beat the St. Louis Cardinals today. It's a final as the runner goes and fouled back. They won that game 17-4. So there's something in the water today.
A lot of offense.
Zamora getting going in their bullpen, the left-hander. So Oswald is not going to be on the mound for a long stretch today. Again, he's been working out of the pen as well.
He has dodged some traffic out there. He is sitting at 60 pitches, but you look up at the board, only 1 run, 3 hits. Kinsler giving him a nice battle right here, shooting that pitch count up.
Red Sox have been running quite a bit last 5 games. In fact, they are 11 for 11 in stolen bases, including 1 today by Xander Bogaerts. And this one popped up back behind home plate. Plawecki with room to make the catch, and 2 gone in front of Jackie Bradley. Tonight at 10 on NESN Sports Today, we have a full recap of the Sox game, plus highlights and reaction from the Bruins and Flames game in China. NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank, where the technology is as helpful as the people. And here comes Callaway, Mets skipper. And they're going to make the move here with Jackie Bradley coming up. They'll bring on the lefty. I think he's got to be pretty happy with the toughness the youngster showed, because he could have folded a couple of times.
Yeah, he had a lot of traffic out there. Only 3 hits though. The line is fine, but would like to see him go a little more than 2 2/3. But young kid, at the end of the day, if no one touches the dish, in good shape.
Yeah, the 3 hits, he hit a batter, he walked 1, but he didn't buckle.
Yeah, as a starting pitcher, one thing, you'd like to stay out there longer than the other starter. If that works out, if your ERA doesn't go up.
And Zamora coming on. Here's the pitching line. 2 2/3 and 61 pitches. And Daniel Zamora next. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Toyota's official website for deals. Buyatoyota.com. Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Amica Home Life and Auto Insurance that always puts you first. The all-new 3-row Subaru Ascent featuring all-wheel drive. And by William Ravis Real Estate, the official real estate company of the Boston Red Sox.
Jackie Bradley going back to the dugout. Check it out where we are right now, 2018. That's an iPad right there, going over some video, going over some numbers, doing little things. Obviously, this being interleague doesn't have a whole lot of information on the new pitcher that he's ever faced. Interleague, you don't face these guys very often. So heading back to the dugout, getting a little video on that iPad.
Now, Zamora had his contract brought up from Binghamton. That's Double-A on August 17th. It's allowed 3 earned runs and 5 2/3 in the majors, so not a whole lot to go on there. But Jackie Bradley will dig in against him with Pierce on at first base. Red Sox had 1-0. We are in the 3rd inning. Red Sox shooting for their 102nd win of the season. Right now 54 games above 500. That's 1 shy of the season high. Jackie 0 for 1 with a fly to right field. 2 gone.
Swinging early right there. Goes with the 0-0 slider coming out 78 miles per hour. Jackie letting it go. Possibly sitting on it from that info that he got off that iPad heading back to the dugout.
And that'll miss inside.
Jackie's struggling a little bit off left-handers this year, coming in at 189. Does have 2 homers though. 2 of the 12 homers coming off left-handers. That's that young man's gas right there, coming to 89 miles per hour. Big swooping slider that's going to run away from Jackie and then just goes gas right thereafter.
Devers did next, and the 1-2. And he struck him out. Side retired. Red Sox will strand one.
Midnight. Sox in 2. Sox in 2 is brought to you by Cumberland Farms, where you can get iced coffee for 99 cents. Any size, any day. I'm a big iced coffee guy.
You're a big iced coffee guy?
Big iced coffee guy.
I'm still, the boring old, give me a hot cup of Joe, man. And when I go to Dunkin', it's a medium cream and sugar.
I don't have it in my hand very long. That thing gets sucked right down.
I hear you. Especially in July. Well, McNeil leading things off here out of the 4th inning, 1-0 Red Sox, and McNeil has grounded to second, but hitting .337 his last 49 games.
This dude can hit.
They may be onto something with this young man. He tallied 53 hits in his first 46 games in the majors. That's the most hits by a Met in their franchise history through 46 games.
Wow.
He foul tips that one to the mitt.
Well, Daniel Murphy over there for a while had a lot of hits, and I don't know if the Mets fans were too happy letting him go right down the street to Washington and continue his hit parade down there. But it looks like they found one that they can hold on to for a while.
3-2. Conforto on deck, and then Bruce for New York. They've had only one base runner. That was Nimmo when he was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. And the 3-2. You know that Porcello hates to walk anybody.
Right behind Porcello. Well, we got 3 guys on the right side. That's the shift. Devers the only one on the left side. See if we can pitch right into it, get a ground ball, and one of the 3 guys on the right side. Rick cruising along too, 50 pitches. This being the longest at bat so far. He has been doing a good job of getting the 1-2 and putting the guys away. You know, young buck Jeff right here, give him a run for his money.
3-2 hit through the hole for a base hit. So McNeil is on, becomes the first man to have a hit against Porcello on the day. Don't miss W.B. Mason Extra Innings live right after the game. TC Stephen Wake will break down all the plays. You'll also hear from Rick Porcello and Alex Cora. Who but W.B. Mason celebrating over 20 years of same-day delivery. So McNeil is on. He keeps on swinging it. Conforto now. He has gone 0 for 1 with a liner to second. Look to check, but in there for a strike anyway, right on the edge.
Yeah, so how about this defense right here? So Ian over here on the right side, ground ball to him. You're going to have Bogarts run straight ahead to the bag. It's going to be at the catch and a jump throw to first for the double play.
Now Porcello has him in a hole, 0-2. Conforto, a hot hitter. He's hit safely in 7 in a row.
So now with 2 strikes right here, Devers is going to scoop back. The reason he was in is to honor that bunt. Just in case Conforto probably not going to bump, but you have to honor it. And here Bogey goes talking to it. So now Devers back in the play. Ground ball to Ian. We go over to Devers.
Very interesting to see Rafael Devers in the hours before the game working with Dustin Pedroia.
Ooh, how about a coach? We knew he was going to be hands-on once he came out and said he wasn't going to be active for the remaining of this season. But
not being active, I think, is very different for Dustin Pedroia than it is most people. Doesn't mean the same thing necessarily. Here's the 1-2. This was earlier today here at Fenway.
How about that? See? That's what I'm talking about. Look at the passion right there. Player to player passion. There you go. Shuffle, shuffle. Ready? Watch this. Boom, boom. That's what I'm talking about.
I'd go to that guy to ask about footwork. I'll tell you that.
Oh my gosh.
1-2 fouled away. Another situation where Pedroia was kind of active today was David Wright came out for just a moment before the game, and Pedroia came out with the number 5 from the scoreboard to give him as a gift on behalf of the Red Sox. It wasn't a big ceremony or anything like that, but Wright, of course, is going to finish up his career at the end of this season. It was a very nice gesture by Petey and the Red Sox. Line drive and caught by Devers, was way over near the bag at second, out number 1.
That is pretty cool. Again, Dustin Pedroia, classy. Remember, Devers was over here honoring that bunt. 2 strikes, pushes him over in that spot right there. Defensive positioning, outstanding right there. Here comes Devers back in for Jay Bruce. Probably not going to hit it there, but at the same time, you just have to honor the bunt. Once you get to 2 strikes, if you do, go ahead and push it back. But we create an interesting double play combo with the shift over.
Runner taken off. Here's the chuck down and cut off by Bogarts in front of second base. So a theft by McNeil. He gets down to second.
Young man's got a bat, a glove, and showcasing some speed. He's gone. Good jump.
So the Mets with a tying run at second here in the 4th inning. First one was a strike to Bruce, who was grounded to first, 0 for 1. And the 0-2 from Porcello. He put him away. He got him to chase. And he strikes him out for out number 2. Amica Insurance, great service, great coverage, great price for auto, home, and life insurance.
Yeah, how about this? He's done this a few times, and actually a few times the batters have taken it. What he does here is elevated fastball just above Sandy's mask right there. If he doesn't chase it, he's going to go back down for that changeup, sinker, cutter on the lower half. Change the eye levels. If he doesn't chase, it sets you up for the next pitch. That one worked.
Todd Frazier now. He's flied to left 0 for 1. He's got a man at second with 2 gone. Alex Cora said before the game he was hoping for 6 innings out of Rick Porcello. Did not plan to push him beyond that. He's bidding for his 17th win of the year. With a win, he would go to 17-7.
17-7. When you're talking a 10-game difference in the loss column and the win column, majority of the time that's going to sum up to be a pretty good year.
The 2-0. Weaved right through that one.
Good pitch right there. 2-0. Todd Frazier looking to clear it and go over the green monster. Rick Porcello decides to go with the little slider on the black right here. See how that ball starts middle? Helmet flies up from Todd. He was trying to go over the green monster, came up empty.
There's a mile-high pop-up, foul territory down the line, and off into the stands. For 4 generations, KM has been locally crafting quality Franks for all Sox fans. You can pick up KM Fenway Franks at your grocer today. KM, together we grill.
That's unfair right now. I'd go for a KM hot dog.
Polished one off about an hour before the game.
You deserve it. Thanks for the invite.
Oh, you were tied up with your multitude of fans.
Yeah.
Folks coming, dropping by to see you. Say, what's Johnny wearing today?
It's a great point. Joseph keeps me dialed in.
2-2. Rick Porcello, a guy with a good bit of postseason experience. He's pitched in 5 different division series in his career. He's pitched in a couple of different league championship series, including one against the Red Sox in 2013 and a World Series in 2012 against the Giants. That was just 1 inning though. Breaking ball just got a piece of it.
Went to the curveball right there. It's been a while since he threw the curveball. That was good. Obviously get the 2-0 slider, and then this one goes north to south, up and down, 12-6 if you will. The slider is going to run sideways. He's got a few options right there after those 2 emergency hacks. But Todd Frazier always finds a way to get that barrel out. He will chase at times. It's be a nice little chase pitch at a 2-2. Do have a ball to waste. A ball right here doesn't create a walk. See if we can give him a chase. Pesky at bats for the Mets right here, driving that pitch count up. Came in low, is pushing at 67 right now. Yeah, this will be pitch 25 coming of the inning. Only 1 hit. A lot of foul balls.
Aiming for that 5th strikeout here this afternoon. Red Sox had 1-0. And a 2-2.
The only hit Rick had is sitting on second base right now, and that came off a 3-2 count. We know Rick doesn't like to walk people. Todd Frazier right here, big chase guy. He throws that pitch again. I bet he'd get a swing. Don't have to hit too much plate right here.
Here's the 3-2. And he won't offer it that ball force. So first walk today issued by Porcello. First and second for the Mets. Tomorrow it's an all new Charlie Moore Outdoors. Charlie catching up with his friend Chris Fitz and fishing on Crystal Lake on Friday the 13th. Catch it all on Charlie Moore Outdoors tomorrow night at 6 on NESN. Did you ever get together with Charlie to do some fishing as he promised that he would take you a couple of years ago?
Thanks for bringing that up. And the answer is no.
Nimmo flares a foul. He was hit by a pitch in the second. There's something very wrong about that.
Well, you know, it's like a pickup game of basketball. You got a buddy and you know he's going to beat you, so you never ask him to play.
Oh, that's what that's all about.
You know what I mean?
Now that makes sense.
It's all coming to me now.
Does not want to be embarrassed. Charlie does not.
Doesn't want to get skunked by the baseball player coming in. I'll just be ripping water. Ripping fish out.
He hasn't been on the air all those years for nothing. Here comes the 0-1, not to be made by Porcello. I get it.
One of these days. One of these days.
McNeil adds second. Frazier on at first. And fouled away to make it 0-2.
So Nimmo got hit in the first game, and then he got hit again today. Go ahead and check out where his feet are. He is all the way up on the plate. He's going to be getting a hit a lot if he wants to stand up on the plate like that. Watch him just get closer, closer, closer. He's up there. See where those hands sit right there. His hands are almost on top of the inner half of the plate.
Yeah, he's been hit by a pitch on a finger too that put him on the DL, as that one's flared foul out of play. So the ball tends to find him.
20 times in his young career he's been whacked. He's obviously got that elbow guard. He's probably gonna need something on his knee and his thigh. He's got one on his hand right there. One on his wrist. The first base coach needs a shopping cart for all his pads to get it back to the dugout. And there he is.
Ruben Amaro Jr. 0-2 on Nimmo. They lead at first and second. This has been by far the longest inning so far today for Rick Porcello.
We can go ahead and count his flare. We got an elbow guard right there. And then we got a wrist guard right there. We got a hand guard right there. He's got a guard on his back thumb. We can go down. He's got a shin guard. And then he's got a foot guard. He's all covered.
He's got some stuff.
Some body armor.
High fly ball. That's deep to right. Betts backing up all the way to the bullpen. Leaping up. Mookie Betts reaching, but that ball is out of here. Nimmo launching one, his 17th home run of the season. And the Mets jump into the lead here in the fourth.
Tell you what, a lot of padding on his body, but he's able to get that bat through the zone. You see pitch 5. We were talking about how good of a job he was doing on staying on the edges. This one sneaks back over to the middle, and Nimmo let him know right there. One mistake right there has cost Rick 3 runs, only 2 hits. He knows that's a bummer, but guess what? It's only the 4th. He'll be all right. He's got to finish it.
Wasn't certain if Mookie Betts had made the catch or not. Well, the home runs have been an issue for Rick Porcello. It's the 27th home run he's allowed. It's not really the case in the first half. He did a very good job keeping the ball in the ballpark, but second half has been a different story.
Sure.
And a 3-run homer to make it 3-1 New York. And the 1-1 to Smith.
34th pitch right there. They just were doing a number of them, just fouling them off, fouling them off, fouling them off, fouling them off. That 34, 35 pitchers just this inning. Still 77. He's doing all right. Only allowed 2 hits. So get him out of the inning.
High drive to dead away center field. Jackie Bradley back to make the catch. That'll retire the side, but Brandon Nimmo launching a home run. And that'll make it 3-1 New York. Looking for a place to catch up on everything Red Sox? Well, the Ultimate Red Sox Show has you covered as we bring you the all must-see moments from the past week. And don't miss the Ultimate Red Sox Show tomorrow at 5:30, presented by Sam Adams, the official beer of the Boston Red Sox. Brandon Nimmo launching a home run into the Met bullpen to make it 3-1 New York. Bottom of the fourth inning coming your way. Some more of the left-handers staying on. Devers, Leon, and Betts, the scheduled batters. Rafael reaching on an error his first time up in E3.
Let's see what the Mets do. They got 6 innings to cover here from their bullpen. This obviously being the start of it. I'm sure that bullpen's going to be pretty active. Where the Mets stand right now, not exactly the strong point for the Mets is that bullpen. You have some decisions to make right here. Left-right matchup September. A lot of guys down there. Sox should do a good job covering this deficit of only 2.
Devers 1 for 15 on the homestand. The home run down the right field line.
Showcasing 2 pitches right here. That big washout slider from the 3/4 arm slot. He's able to sink one on the inner half. That'd be a backdoor slider right here. See if he gets a strike or a ball right here. Full count. Ball creates a walk right here. Runner at first. Lead off on. Strike could have a ball in play. Maybe in the gap. Somewhere in the gap.
Zamora's 3-2. And he struck him out. Got him with a slider. In front of Sandy Leon.
Red Sox season ticket plans for 2019 are on sale now, including new half-season and 20-game plans. For more info, go to redsox.com/season tickets or call 877-RED-SOX-9. OB.
All right, Karen, thank you very much. The batter, Sandy, is 0 for 1 with a pop to the shortstop. Looking to snap an 0 for 28. Mookie Betts on deck. 3-1 Mets. And tomorrow, game number 3, 1:05. That'll be Chris Sale against Jacob deGrom. We had a poll a couple of nights ago as to whether or not a pitcher with a losing record should be able to win the Cy Young Award, and deGrom is 8-9, 171 earned run average. He's gotten terrible run support. His numbers are off the charts personally. 54% who voted thought that he should not be able to win the Cy Young.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's coming from right there. I mean, that's got Cy Young written all over it and borderline historic. Talking allowing 3 runs or fewer in 26 starts. That's an MLB single season record, but we're going to be hung up on him having 9 losses and 8 wins. Come on now, folks.
Up against Chris Sale, at least for 3 innings tomorrow. That's as long as the Red Sox want Chris Sale to go, as he continues to make his way back to full force.
Not quite a heavyweight bout, but those 2 guys going head-to-head for 3 innings. We see some good stuff. Walks as good as a hit right here. No need to chase.
That'll be in there for strike 3. Caught him looking. And the troubles continue for Sandy at the plate. 2 up and 2 down.
Yeah, back-to-back strikeouts on back-to-back same pitches right here. 3/4 arm slot. Just drives that slider right back to the middle. Looks like a ball. Looks like a ball. See the spin right there, creating that sliding right over the plate.
Mookie Betts has scored the only Sox run so far today. Hit by pitch in the first inning. Xander Bogaerts eventually drove him in with a single. Mets have a 3-1 lead, even though they've been held to 2 hits.
Been a while since Big Mookie's gone big fly over that green monster. So you can get into one right here and cut that deficit with 2 outs. Staying away.
And Zamora's 1-2. Evens up the count. Mookie's hitting .362 against lefties, .332 against righties, .364 at home, .320 on the road, .372 with 2 outs.
The last 2 outs have come on sliders right here, both on strikeouts.
Rolled it foul. Benintendi on deck.
Yeah, there's another one right there.
Two and 2 on Mookie. Hammered foul.
Tried to sneak a fastball in there, probably to set up the slider again. 90-mile-an-hour fastball. That's max velocity for him.
Take an aim at DeGrom there.
Wow. You don't want that guy to get hurt, that's for sure. Prize possession down there in that dugout.
2-2 to Mookie Betts. And he will take a ball there. 3-2.
There's that foul ball right there. There's a Grom. Oh, hang on. Get in your seat.
Surprised there weren't like 9 guys jumping over there to make sure he didn't tumble over.
We'll put a bubble around him in the dugout.
Yeah.
I'd be in a good mood too if I was having a historical season. Whew.
And Mookie Betts is on. Ball 4. On for the 2nd time today. Tomorrow, an all-new NESN Clubhouse. Find out how one of the greatest hitters of all time is training the next generation. D'Angelo Ortiz revealing what it's like to train with his dad. Tomorrow morning at 11:30 on NESN. Presented by Delta Dental of Massachusetts. Benintendi is 1 for 2 today with a single. The next run that he scores will be his 100th. Mookie Betts the base runner. And Mookie now at 28 stolen bases.
Knocking on the door 30-30. Just another slider right there. That slider that's going to sweep on the outer half. Benintendi would want to shoot it over to left field. Todd Frazier being the only defender right there. Slider, front door slider, would be something on the inner half, and that's the one you can knock him out, spin on it.
And he's got the count his way now, 2-0.
I'd imagine he's kind of been a lefty specialist, if you will, just covering 1 inning, but coming up here on 26 pitches. Base runner here might have to go to the bullpen. Obviously a JD on deck. They're gonna have to bring the righty in.
Across for a strike.
(2-1). Sometimes an action count. Let's see if Mookie Betts is in motion.
Staying put as it's fouled away. 2-2. So no thoughts about running yet for Mookie Betts. There are 2 away. 3-1 Mets.
So that's the strategy right here. where you can keep Mookie at first base, and what that does is keep the first baseman on first base to hold the runner, which will keep that hole open. But at the same time he does take it, then you get a runner in scoring position. You got two options of strategy. One is Mookie stays put to leave the first baseman, who has to keep Mookie on the base for a pickoff like that. He's able to take second base. First baseman slides back to where the grass meets the dirt, and you do have a runner in scoring position.
And a wave and a miss struck him out. In the end, 3 Ks by Zamora. Top 5, 3-1. The Mets have the lead here in game 2. After taking game 1 8-0, their pitching's been very tough. And the Red Sox offensively have kind of been asleep for a couple of days. Plawecki 0 for 1. He's flied out to center. Softly hit for Pierce. He'll flip on to Porcello to get the out, 1 away.
Good job right there. Nice quick out.
This year's strikeout hunger campaign is in the home stretch, and Lexus and the Greater Boston Food Bank are nearing almost 200,000 meals delivered. Log on to nesson.com/Lexus to catch up with Lexus of Watertown's general manager Vinny Uzi. Austin Jackson is 0 for 1. He struck out looking first time up. He'll be followed by Ahmed Rosario against Rick Porcello, roughed up last inning as he allowed a 3-run homer.
Oh, that one got away from him right there, but did get ahead. Strike 1. That's his 12th first pitch strike. He's really done a good job of getting ahead of hitters. Just really one mistake is what cost that 3 runs. Granted, if you make a mistake, you don't want runners to be on base. But he is coming back and pounding the zone right now. He knows that 83 pitches. See if he can extend 2 more innings out of him would be outstanding. There's been a couple sequences where I was just calling it archery, which is going down and out, down and out, down and out. He's done an outstanding job. Just left that one over the plate. That's how crazy this game can be sometimes. You throw 100 pitches, and we're talking about just 1 or 2 out of that 100 that can hurt you. But where it stands, I'd imagine these 101 win Red Sox are going to get more than 1 run and 3 hits off the Mets.
A wave and a miss. Jackson fans, and 2 up, 2 down in the 5th.
That's right.
Top of the order in Rosario next.
Now Rosario, we've seen him a few times now. This guy's a hacker, definitely hacking on pitch one. Did on first pitch of the game. This guy's up there to swing. He's not up there to walk, that's for sure. Good look right there, showcasing the curveball for the 13th first pitch strike out of Rick Porcello.
He wants to get it and throw it, as it's popped up foul out of play. 0-2. And wants to zip through the 5th inning. Mid-5th studio show coming up. (0-2) and fly ball routinely hit. Mookie Betts coming in through the sun to put that away. He'll get him 1-2-3. Time to turn it over to TC Stephen Wake for the mid-5th studio show. Red Sox are trailing 3-1. But we'll bring up Martinez, Bogarts, and Pierce against Paul Sewald out of their bullpen. Been a strikeout guy, even though he's 0-5 with a .554. He's recorded 54 Ks in a little more than 51 innings. Got his first major league save back in August against San Francisco. He had a career 71 minor league saves. Quiet day so far for JD. Had a couple of men on in the first inning, and he struck out, had the bases loaded. In fact, in that inning, the Red Sox eventually left them loaded. And then with 2 on in the second inning, he flied out to right field. Well, no hitter in baseball has more hits than JD Martinez does. He has 176, also #1 in total bases. This timeless moment brought to you by Coors Banquet. 55 years ago, 1963, Dick Stewart set the Red Sox record for most homers by a first-year player with 42. JD Martinez currently at 41. So one shy from tying the record.
With the fastball right there, same pitch as first pitch of the at-bat. Just 91 miles an hour, but does have that 3/4 arm slot with a little deception and that big wipeout slider. Can't imagine he backs that fastball to JD. I'd probably be looking slider.
And that is in there for strike 3.
JD and I were on the same page. Snuck the cheese right there.
Martinez did not think so. He strikes out a second time today. Not a bad pitch.
Yep. It's a tough pitch. We've seen JD hit that pitch out. At the same time, he didn't like it.
So one gone in the Red Sox fifth inning. Sends up Xander Bogaerts, an RBI single in the first for Xander. He's also struck out.
Generous call right there. Strike one as well.
That is the left-hander Bobby Pointer throwing in a pen. Bobby getting a long look for October.
Well deserved. Imagine you want to go in there with at least some sort of lefty specialist or something to be a tough look on lefties.
Mets only with 2 hits off Rick Porcello, but 3 runs. He gave up the home run, which is the difference. Here's the 1-1.
The Red Sox just need a spark right here. Just need a big double off the wall, something in the gap, get the crowd into it. Maybe a ball over the fence. Just need a spark to get everything going. It's 4 o'clock start.
Steve Pearce next. Lunging pop up into center field, backing out McNeil. And for the Red Sox, 2 fast outs here in the 5th.
The fastest sport on skates is coming to Boston. Watch as athletes race down a 2,000-foot ice track, reaching speeds of 50 miles per hour during Red Bull Crashed Ice, February 8th and 9th at Fenway. Tickets will be available on Wednesday at noon at redbullcrashedice.com. And Johnny, you're going to be there, right?
You know what? That is an event that Johnny Gomes needs to be at.
That's got you written all over it, Johnny.
Yeah. I tell you what, though.
I mean, I'm talking about as a competitor.
Yeah.
That's you right there. Get you on skates?
Ooh. I don't know. I grew up in California. We didn't have much ice skating going on, but I'm going to be there.
Had that been another life for you, I think that's your sport.
I dropped the ball on that. I should have played hockey.
Steve Pearce 1 for 2 with a base hit. He singled in the 3rd. Not much offense in this one. Only 3 Red Sox hits, just 2 for the Mets.
There's 5 combined hits. There's not a whole lot of offense today, Saturday at Fenway Park.
And drilled in there, 92.
Sneaking those fastballs in there.
Kinsler hoping for a chance to bat next, but he's on deck. And a full count.
There's that big slider. That's it. You got to honor that slider. And when you honor that slider, sometimes you kind of fall asleep on that fastball. That's why he was able to sneak it in there those last couple of batters.
Sewell, the 3rd pitcher the Mets have used today, and a payoff pitch up the middle and a chopper for a base hit. So Pearce continues a good day. He's gone 2 for 3. Little bobble out there by Jackson, but no advance beyond first base. And that'll get the inning to Kinsler.
Good piece of hitting right there. Staying up the middle, staying out of the air with 2 and just driving it right up the middle. Slider, fastball, shortening up, seeing the ball long, shooting it right up the middle. Here comes Ian. We were talking about that war stick. This would be a good time to put that thing to work right now. Get a little spark.
So far today, a walk, and he's popped out to the catcher.
Pretty sneaky little logo on that bat too. Just those 2 lines. That's pretty cool.
Fouled away. How about you now? Are you a bat collector?
I'm a collector in general. Yeah, absolutely. I do got a couple bats. Again, my favorite bat, that 1942 Ted Williams. Yeah. Got me a Big Poppy. I got me a Dustin Pedroia. Yeah, I like bats. My son's bed, his headboard, is all my old bats. It's pretty cool.
Great idea.
Great idea. Put it together, have it custom built, this and that. Put the son to bed on it. The first time wakes up, pine tar all over his head. Probably didn't have to go with the game-used bats.
I bet Mom was delighted.
Yeah, we're gonna have to switch those out.
Forgot about the pine tar.
Yeah, it was a good look. It was the pine tar, kind of ragged. Yeah, we're gonna do a switch.
1-2 on Kinsler. Jackie Bradley next. Red Sox down 3-1. It's been a sleepy day offensively after the Sox were shut out last night. And 1-2. Line drive, base hit, center field. Back-to-back hits now. Pierce up to second base, and the Sox have something brewing finally with a couple men out.
Tomorrow at noon, don't miss the Red Sox first pitch presented by Joseph Abu, available at Men's Warehouse. TC, Steve, and Wait break down Rick Porcello's start.
Well, a visit to the mound here with Jackie Bradley about to dig in. And the Sox down by 2, but they have the tying runs on after singles by Pierce and Kinsler. They're going to get Drew Smith going in their bullpen. Jackie so far today with a fly to right and a strikeout. Jackie last night walked in. He also stole a base, but he snapped a 12-game interleague hitting streak. Done very well against the National League.
And here we go with the lefties again. 3 guys on the right side defensively have been pounding the left-handers inside. We'll see what they do here. There it is.
In there for strike 1. Well, the inning began with J.D. Martinez caught looking on a 3rd strike. Bogarts popped up to second. But Pierce with a base hit. Kinsler with a base hit.
Back-to-back fastballs right here. Staying on the inside there. Also a slider coming from that 3/4 arm slot would run right into Jackie's bat. So I'd imagine all his stuff's going to be on the inner half to Jackie due to his defense all being shifted on the right side.
2-1.
Yep.
Rafael Devers hitless so far today, waiting. Red Sox now have 5 hits to just 2 for the Mets. There's a shot toward the wall, rising up into left field, backing up. That ball gets off the top of the wall. That is out of here. That's a home run. Jackie stopping at second. Now they're going to bring him in. It is gone. A home run. Looked like it struck on the top of that shelf and has put the Red Sox in front. Jackie Bradley with number 13.
Jackie Bradley, good job. We called for a spark. We needed a spark. 2 singles right up the middle is going to set up this pitch right here. Jackie Bradley, too much of the plate for Jackie. Drives it the other way. Boom. 3-run variety, matching the 3-run variety at the top of the 4th from the Mets. Just enough. It's not how far, it's how many. It's a good swing from JBJ right there.
No, the umpires have to agree on this to take a look, and they are going to do that. This is a crew chief review. So they will take a look. But a home run for Jackie Bradley, and it is 4-3 Boston. A 3-run shot that really came from out of nowhere, the way this game had been going. And watch again on top of the monster. Got to get over that red line.
I got Homer. I got Homer. How about that? I think you're getting out of the inning. A little sneaky knock right up the middle. Another little sneaky knock right up the middle. And then boom, 3-run variety. 3 hits in a row with 2 outs. So the trick is, if it hits the wall and bounces straight down, that means it didn't go on top of it. If it bounces and shoots up, that means it went on top of it. Pretty simple in my eyes. I got Homer.
Let's go back, give you one more look at this. Alex Cora wondering from his own video room what they saw. He's saying, yep, it
bounced
jumped
up
over that red line.
Yeah, if it bounces up, it's over the red line. If it bounces and shoots straight down, it didn't go over.
We'll blow it up again for you.
So if they don't call this a home run, what are they going to do? Put Jackie on second?
That would be it. It is up to the umpires in New York.
Right. They're going to put Jackie on second and Ian on third. It'll be only 1 run. So instead of 4-3, it'd be 3-2. Still be down.
So they've got an answer in New York. They're going to send him to second base. They're going to take the home run away. I'll tell you why I think this happened. The ball has to clear the red line. And it jumped up after hitting the red line, but it did not go into the stands.
Cora wants to just get a... Oh, boy.
Well, you almost never see that overturned.
So what do we got? They bring in Ian out too? Or does he give him 2 RBIs?
So Jackie will go down to second base.
Yeah. And here comes
They're saying the run would have scored anyway. Pierce and Kinsler would have scored on the double with 2 down. New York placing the runners, and they've decided those runs will count. Jackie will be held at second with a double.
Okay. We'll see if they walk Devers right here. Yeah, intentional walk for Devers. Possibly going to the bullpen. We'll see if they do a pinch hit for Sandy as well.
So an intentional pass here for Rafael Devers, first and second, and Callaway coming out with Sandy Leon to be replaced by Brock Holt.
Yeah.
So nearest I can figure, rule's pretty clear. The ball has to go over the red line. There's a shelf up there. It has to clear it. This will be Drew Smith. And my guess is that's what they determined in New York, that it struck the line and then went up. That ball's not gone in their estimation. Did not clear the red line. That's why the red line's there.
Yeah,
I mean, that's my guess. This is what they're saying.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of them go over that red line and onto the shelf. That's clearly a home run. And this ball did not pop back into the stands either, so it didn't strike the shelf. It struck in front of the shelf. It took a long look at it.
Well, the guy on the right did a heck of a job of saving his glasses. Those might be pretty expensive. No one's really selling out of those 4 men up there either. Come on, guys. You gotta lean over. That's a pretty big change of events right there. 1 run up to a tie game. I am surprised they did let Ian score, because Jackie only gets 2 bases, but they allowed Ian to get 3rd or 3 bases because he was at first base. Normally a ground rule double, sometimes that nips you right there. When they do a ground rule double, you're at second, they make you stop at 3rd, but they let him score.
You know, I think that this is another example where you'd love to put a microphone on an umpire and relay what New York thought happened on that play. We're summarizing it, but the ball's got to go over that red line. Batted a ball over the line on top of the left field wall is a home run. Fair ball going through the scoreboard and so on and so on, but the top one is the one that applies there.
Yeah, so it says right there at the second that he gets 2 bases, but they allow Ian, who was at first base, to get 3 bases. He got 2nd, 3rd, and was able to come home.
In that case, on a boundary call, the umpires in New York determine who would have scored. They placed the base runners.
Yeah. Their world. We're just living in it.
Here's Brock Holt now. Tags that one to center field. Jackson turning around, watches this one off the wall. Here comes Jackie Bradley in to score. Here comes Devers in right behind him, and the Red Sox finally have the lead again.
And there's that Brock star. Woo, boy. How cool is this guy out there? I just need 1 pitch. I just need 1 pitch. It's called pinch hitting, not pinch seeing. That's what he does right here. Jumps on this 0-0 fastball to dead center field. Man, what a weapon to come off the bench right there. Sandy Leon catching. Here comes Brock Holt. Catches him sleeping. Pinch hit and not pinch seeing. Good job, Brock Holt.
Boy, he's turning into some weapon off the bench.
Oh, boy.
2-run double high and tight on Mookie Betts, who's already been hit by a pitch in this one and scored a run. Red Sox leading at 5-3.
Yeah, coming into the 3rd inning, I figured it'd be tough for the Mets bullpen to cover 6 innings with no damage. Here we go, bottom 5 with a 4 spot already on the board, all with 2 outs.
So the Red Sox offense has woken up in a big way and just scored 4 times so far to grab the lead, 5-3. Mookie pops that one up into center, and McNeil out, Jackson in, and McNeil there to make the catch. But Brock Holt striking again.
Go get some high fives, Brock Holt. Brock Holt was pinch hitting right there. He wasn't pitch seeing nothing. I just need 1 pitch to change the score. Good job, Brock.
Bodenizer Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electric with TC Stephen Wake. In the pregame, they highlighted Andrew Benintendi and Jay Bruce, and here's how they're doing so far in this one. Red Sox ahead 5-3. Brock Holt doing damage again, coming off the bench. Pinch hit 2-run shot off the wall, and the Red Sox lead it. Here's McNeil with a mile-high pop-up on the infield. And Rafael Devers with the catch for the out. Bobby Pointer into the ball game. Christian Vasquez as well. So a whole new battery here for the Red Sox.
Yeah, a whole new battery, and that wraps up Rick Porcello too. 5 innings, 3 runs, 2 hits. Just that one mistake right down the middle, but I thought he pitched outstanding. We saw a couple of those clusters when he was down and out, 4 or 5 straight pitches, throws one in to get him off. He had the elevated fastball against Jay Bruce. I thought he did a really good job.
Here's Conforto with 1 out in the 6th inning. He's lined out twice, once to second and once to the third baseman. And Bobby Pointer pitching for a spot in the bullpen for October. He's had some very solid outings. Faced 2 batters in the 8th inning in Thursday's win against Toronto. And allowed a base hit. 11 of his 14 outings for the Red Sox this season have been scoreless.
So that's a slider right there. Fastball changeup, 2 of his his best pitches, getting him off the fastball right there. But you'll see his fastball 88, 89, 90 miles per hour, but you'll see it just by guys. Call that a heavy fastball. Here goes right here, 2-1 heater. Bang. 89 miles per hour, heavy fastball, 4-seamer right there. Good location, elevated a smidge. Good job.
Man, a 2-2. The Mets only have 2 hits in the game. They both came in the same inning. And the 4th against Rick Porcello. Of course, one of them was a 3-run homer.
Yeah, just that one over the fence. Other than that, he shut down.
And Pointer with the 3-2. On the move, Kinsler. Friendly bounce, spins and gets him. He can cover some ground. 2 down. Soxtober is almost here, and NESN and NESN.com are your home for complete coverage of the Sox throughout the postseason. Soxtober on NESN, presented by BuyAToyota.com and Old Dominion Freight Lines.
It's a good sequence right there by Bobby. Blew him away with that fastball, thinking he's going to stay on that fastball. Went 3-2 off speed, command of both pitches. Good stuff.
Jay Bruce now 0 for 2. He was noisy last night. Has been quieted so far today. 4 RBIs last night. He's grounded out to first and whiffed in this one.
See how he does against Jay Bruce here. First 2 batters being left-handed. Jay Bruce, 3rd left-handed batter in a row. Getting lefties out would definitely be ideal for his spot in the bullpen coming down to the playoffs. I was mentioning, that's that 88-mile-an-hour fastball, but it's heavy, and also has that velocity differential in that changeup. And that's it right there. That comes in at 82 miles an hour. Same arm slot, same depth really to his fastball, but it just drops right at the end. The 2 options right here. Imagine he goes back up for that heavy fastball.
Bases are clear. 2 down.
And
a 2-2 to Bruce. He struck him out. Came back with that changeup. Fast inning for Bobby Pointer. Enjoy large or extra large Dunkin' coffee for a chance to win great prizes today. No purchase necessary. Ends October 15th while supplies last. For game, piece, and official rules, visit sippeelwin.com. Johnny Gomes, Dave O'Brien with you, along with Garen Austin. Red Sox in the lead here against the Mets. 5-3 to the bottom of the 6th inning. Andrew Benintendi 1 for 3 on the day, with a base hit in the 2nd. He'll be followed by Martinez and Bogarts.
Finds himself in a nice little hitters count right here. 2-0 to lead the inning off. Schiff still there, been coming inside. See if he clears him out. Go ahead and green light him as well right here. 3-0, go for it. Take a crack.
Right-hander Gagnon now throwing in the bullpen. Here's the 3-0. He flies that one to left center field. Jackson moving over along with Conforto, who will make the play.
November 25th is Pedro Martinez bobblehead night at Fenway Park. The first 10,000 fans in attendance will receive a duct-taped Pedro bobble presented by Old Dominion Freight Line. For more info, visit redsox.com/promos. OB.
All right, Garen, thank you. One man away. Stephen Wright loosening in the bullpen. And the knuckleballer getting ready to make an entrance. JD today 0 for 3 on the run. A dive. What a play by McNeil, who has stolen a couple of hits in this series from the Red Sox. That looked like it was ticketed for shallow right. He left his feet again.
That's something else right there. This kid's coming with it. Good for him. He's got a bag today. He's got a homer.
Well, he's opening some eyes in New York.
I don't think he'll be wearing 68 very long playing like that. Got the offensive lineman number.
Made a diving catch last night as well. Ruben Amaro very happy with that effort. As is Smith. 2 out for Xander Bogaerts. 1 for 3 today with an RBI base hit. We're in the 6th inning. Red Sox head 5-3. In a game not without controversy. And the breaking ball will miss.
Where it stands right now, 5-3, obviously had the lead, but you saw how quick 3 runs can get put on the board. You like to see some more offense.
And a pop-up and a play from McNeil. Much easier play here into short right to retire the side. by Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of Major League Baseball and the Red Sox. Digital Federal Credit Union, what can DCU save you? Your local New England Ford dealers. And by Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Now Stephen Wright making an appearance, and again, as we talk about Stephen and the knuckleball and when Alex Cora wants to use him, he's still experimenting when to bring him in, when's the best point in the game, but he will be working out of the bullpen come postseason.
Yeah, so watch this scenario right here. Starting off the 7th inning, 2-run lead. Say that they were to get another 3 or get it out of a save situation. Stephen Wright finishes the game. That's a 3-inning save. So you're talking about a guy who has the potential of pitching the 8th inning to be the setup for Craig Kimbrell, and also could finish the game right here with the length that he stretched out a little bit.
Tossed the scoreless 7th and 8th inning to keep the game tied 5-5 Sunday against Houston. Taking on Todd Frazier here, who's flied out, walked and scored. He was aboard when Nimmo hit the 3-run homer, which put the Mets in the lead in the 4th inning 3-1. Red Sox came storming back and got 4 in the 5th inning. Brock Holt at it again off the bench with a big hit and a 2-run double to untie it. That was just after everyone had tried to force their way through the shock of Jackie Bradley losing a home run.
Yeah.
On an overturned call. There's the 2-1.
Brock Holt's impact on the last couple games and hasn't even started. Wow, coming off the bench, 3-run bomb. Coming off the bench right here, putting it up off that green monster.
And of course in Philadelphia came off the bench.
Yeah.
And hit one to the moon.
You want him to play first, you want him to play left, you want him to play second, you want to pinch hit.
Chopper, but a foul ball. Also, of course, the captain of the Jimmy Fund and the Roberto Clemente nominee for the Boston Red Sox. Very valuable guy.
I'll tell you what, coming down to the playoffs, obviously nothing can happen now, but that one position is extremely tough to find. There's not many people that can do what he can do.
Well, Frazier's going to take a walk for the 2nd time. So he's aboard here in the 7th inning. CVS Health is investing $50 million over 5 years to extend their commitment to helping people lead tobacco-free lives. You can learn more at cvshealth.com/be-the-first. Here's Brandon Nimmo, right fielder, has been hit by a pitch and belted that 3-run shot into the bullpen. Nimmo played 3 games for Team Italy in the last World Baseball Classic 2017.
Yeah, 3 runs up on the board from the Mets. All came off his home run, his last at bat. 3-run variety. Other than that, only 2 hits as a team.
Did you ever get a chance to play in the World Baseball Classic?
I didn't. I actually had a chance to in 2013. First year here with the Red Sox, but I actually thought it was more valuable to get to spring training to learn the Green Monster. I never played under it, and I knew that was going to be a pretty big learning curve.
Yeah.
Probably the only thing I've ever turned down patriotic-wise.
Yeah.
But I knew the craft I needed was down there in spring training. I had to get underneath that monster.
A smart professional decision. I got to believe that was tough for you.
Yeah.
The 1-1, knowing how involved you are with our military men and women.
Yeah.
I know you put in a lot of time and effort on that, and as a very proud dad of a veteran myself, I thank you for that.
Sure.
On behalf of everybody. But that had to be a tough call for you.
Yeah, it was. But you know, I was hoping there'd be another opportunity to come around for that. Maybe there'll be an opportunity to be on the staff now, but
sure.
I don't know if me playing the wall, you know, I'm sure it had a little bit of impact on that World Series, but I wouldn't trade that for the world.
Smart move there.
Yeah.
2-2 to count. Runner at first base, nobody out. Red Sox trying to get even in this series at a game apiece. Here's the 2-2.
I tell you what, definitely not a must win right here, coming in at 101 wins on the season, but you sure don't want to lose the first two and then have Jacob deGrom going tomorrow at 1 o'clock for a possible sweep.
For Sale to go 3 maximum, and that one up and over everybody all the way to the backstop on ball 4, so that'll put runners at first and second. Back-to-back walks here by Wright. Let's get down to Guerin.
So follow the race to the postseason on MLB.tv. For $25.99, watch every out-of-market regular season game, plus get a free subscription to MLB At Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. OB.
Well, Guerin, that bullpen's going to get active. Brandon Workman is taking off the warm-up. He's going to start to get to work very quickly after walks to Frazier and Nimmo back-to-back.
Stevens' last outing too, he had a little traffic. I want to say it was second and third, no outs, and was able to get out of it. That knuckleball can be dancing a little too much sometimes, but he does wiggle out of it.
He did on that occasion, yeah. Double and a walk in that one.
Yep.
Here's Smith now. He struck out, flied out, and a strike. And Wright's come on to throw 14 pitches, 6 for strikes, trying to lock in. With the tying runs on suddenly for the Mets in the 7th. Foul tipped and held, and the count 0-2.
And there he goes out there. He's got a little traffic right there. 2 walks. Boom. Comes right back. 0-2 count.
And a little chopper, but foul off first base. Glove by Pierce. Rick Porcello got the start today. Here's his pitching line, brought to you by Ace Ticket. 5 innings, just 2 hits. He did allow the home run, 88 pitches, and walked only 1. And the 0-2 from Wright.
Big action pitch right here, so you can get that knuckle chasing. Big slow dancer. There it is.
Line, but that'll be a foul ball into the stands. A lot of Met fans here this weekend. That's the 7-line army there. It's about 1,600, 1,700 Met fans who made the trip to Fenway.
You've been to more games than I have in this building, but have you ever seen 1,600 all in a group like that? I mean, there was a lot of Astro fans kind of spread out, but that's a single group. I don't know how far in advance you got to get those tickets, but
long time.
It's easy.
That's real dedication.
That's it.
I think they were very dedicated in the bar down there on Dalton Street too before the game. That one flick foul out of play, but named after that 7-line goes into a City Field in New York, and they came in tremendous numbers today for this one.
It's a legit parade.
Yes, right down Lansdowne.
Right down.
And there they are in force.
I don't think they'll be coming back for the playoffs.
1-2. A pretty good battle here between Wright and Smith. Nobody out.
That's it. 8 pitches right there. coming up on 9. 9 pitches, only 1 ball. 6 foul balls up to this point. No action on the bases, though. It's kind of Mets. They go station to station. Not a bad opportunity for a double steal right here. Get 2 runners in scoring position, but they're holding tight.
1-2, and that's a foul tip into the mid and held, and he is out of there. That is strike 3. Smith made contact. Vasquez held it, and that's a strikeout.
There it is.
That's a big first out.
Let's check. Oh yeah, no brainer.
I think Smith was in a state of shock.
Yep.
Trying to sell he did not make contact. Frankly, you could hear that up here.
Yes. And a play you cannot review. Therefore, it is what it is.
Plawecki now is flied out and grounded out. And in there for a strike.
And here we go. 2 walks, kind of up against the ropes. Goes with a punch out right there. Ground ball away from being out of the inning. Good job of getting ahead right there. First pitch strike. See if we can get one to roll over right here.
0-2. He's got it dancing.
Yeah, he does. 2 walks, back-to-back 0-2 counts as well.
Drew Gagnon now throwing in their bullpen again. Wright looking for back-to-back Ks after back-to-back walks.
I'd like to see a double play right here. 1 pitch, 2 outs. A little momentum into the bottom of the 7th. Get some more runs.
One-two to Plawecki. And flared into center field. Jackie Bradley right there. Runners have to stay put. And 2 down. Tomorrow at 12:30, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live presented by DCU. TC Stephen Wake will preview the pitching matchup between DeGrom and Sale. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? So Wright attempting to get out of this mini jam after the walks, and now comes Austin Jackson. He's had a tough day, struck out twice already.
Look for him to be swinging early. Normally when you're coming up with the 3rd strikeout on your resume, you want to get things done with early. You want to get a little contact. Look for him to be aggressive these first 2 pitches.
Jackson, a guy who's been around a while with several different ball clubs. He's no kid. He's got 1,000 hits at the big league level. We are in the 7th. Red Sox up by 2. Frazier began the inning taking ball 4. Nimmo took a walk as well, and Wright was in trouble, but he came back to strike out Smith. He got Plawecki on a routine fly ball to center. Now facing the number 9 batter. And a strike.
I was thinking he was going to be aggressive on the first 2 pitches. Maybe he was hoping for a walk or something. Still no action on the base pass. They're just standing put, anchored down there at 1st and 2nd. Todd Frazier and Nimmo.
And the 1-1. That rolls away from Vasquez. The runners are going to move up. Frazier into 3rd base and Nimmo into 2nd. Now the perils of the knuckleball.
Yeah.
So now 2 men in scoring position. Ooh, that a pass ball.
Yeah, that's the scary part about the knuckleball is that's always an option.
2-1, popped him off. Pierce says he has it, and Wright gets out of it. Stephen Wright, nice work there. Got the next 3 after the 2 walks. Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Your New England Audi dealers, get behind the wheel of the Audi you've always wanted. And by KM, together we grill. Sox ahead 5-3. One of the heroes so far today, certainly Brock Holt, with a big blow, a 2-run double. That untied the ball game, and the Red Sox are up 5-3 with Pierce, Kinsler, and Bradley the scheduled batters. Look what he has done as a pinch hitter, 384, including the 2 home runs and 5 runs batted in.
Yeah, 13 times up there, 5 hits with 5 RBIs. That's generating a lot of runs. It's tough to do. That'll keep you around for a long time.
Drew Gagno out of their bullpen. And Steve Pierce has gone 2 for 3. Good day for him, including a run scored in the 4-run 5th. Brazier active in the pen. Red Sox trying to piece this one together after Rick Porcello's start today.
Steve Pierce coming in 2 for 3 today. He's got climbing that ladder. 300 batting average. 300, 10 homers, gets you up to 40 RBIs. Solid year for a platoon guy.
Kinsler on deck.
Getting the start too against the righty. Seen a lot of righties, obviously known for whacking lefties. Does a heck of a job hitting those lefties, well over 400 on the year. Doing some damage on the other side today, getting these righties. Good job right there, not fishing, bring it to a 3-2 count. You can get the lead off on, get a little action on the bases.
And the 3-2. Line the other way for a base hit. He has a 3-hit afternoon and evening.
Like Brock Holt, maybe not the big name outside of this stadium. Everyone loves some Brock Holt. Steve Pierce right there. 6th 3-hit game of the season. 2 outs, no outs, 2 strikes, full 2 count. Whew, shooting it the other way. Good job right there. Good piece of hitting.
3 for 4. Brings up Ian Kinsler. He has a base hit. 1 for 2 of the walk today.
Steve knock last time. Ian knock last time. Brought up Jackie almost homer double though. See if they can do it again.
Toronto still leading the Yankees 5-1 there in the 7th inning. Talking about the Indians running away from the Tigers today, 15-0 the final there. Dodgers beat the Cardinals 17-4. Dodgers in a real fight. They're only a half game behind Colorado going into play today.
Detroit's bullpen did a good job shutting them down. I think they had 15 by the second.
That's right. Got him up there early. Here's the 1-1. Tried to hold up, and he did. Including the postseason, the Red Sox and Mets are 16-16 against each other all time. 8-8 in Boston, 8-8 in New York.
Wow, tiebreaker day.
One more to come tomorrow. Red Sox are unbeaten in their last 12 series against the National League. Trying to even this series up today. Here's the 2-1.
You lay off that pitch right there, get it to 3-2. You're seeing the ball real well. That's normally an action count. 2-1, looking to drive the ball. He's able to stay back, see that pitch down. See if he gets a good pitch to hit right here and gets it in the gap.
(3-1) to the shortstop Rosario. McNeil got one there and a double play. 6-4-3, 2 out, and Jackie Bradley coming up. Our high strength steel play brought to you by New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado.
How about this being for a steel play, steel drive right here. Inches away, 4 dudes up there, none of them could catch it. Coming down to Conforto, if he would have caught it, might have helped us out. Guy on the right's able to save his sunglasses, really stoked about those. Almost a homer, gets a double, but a 2 RBI double.
Oh, some of the reactions are priceless.
Yep.
Originally ruled a home run. This one popped up. And Rosario to put that away. So fast inning for the Red Sox through 7. 5-3 Boston. Baseball and NESN brought to you by time to save big at Nissan's Take Home a Titan Truck Month event. VA Healthcare, serving those who serve. Visit NESN.com/veteran to learn more. And by Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. And the Red Sox will go back to the bullpen. Ryan Brazier to make an appearance now as we move on to the 8th inning. 5 runs on 8 hits for the Sox. 3 runs, just 2 hits and 2 errors for the Mets. And he'll get the top of the order. Rosario, McNeil, and Conforto for the Mets. Red Sox trying to bump their lead back to 10.5 over the Yankees. And pick up their 102nd win. Now Rosario in this one 0 for 3. He pokes that one to right field, but Betts charging to make the play. One gone. Rosario 0 for 4. Time for a game break. Brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Here's Tom Caron. All right, TC, thank you very much. Jeff McNeil's gone 1 for 3 with a base hit. He scored a run in the 4th inning. He was on base when Nimmo struck for the 3-run homer. Red Sox were down then 3-1. Rallied to score 4 times in the 5th inning to take a 5-3 lead.
Yeah, Ryan did some work over in the Japanese Baseball League. I went over there and checked that out 2013 too. What a great story this is, actually, Ryan. Reminds me of, remember over at the Giants, Ryan Vogelson, who came over and refound him all his stuff over there and ended up getting 5, 6, 7 years over back in the States.
A Brazier guy performed well in spring training. But as Alex Cora likes to tell the story, not many saw him because bring him into games where the regulars had already played their innings, gotten their bats and their innings in, they were gone. So when the Red Sox called him up, he was very much an unknown, even among those in the Red Sox clubhouse to some degree. Throwing 97, 98. Yeah, they got to know him quickly.
Yeah, that'll open some eyes, especially with the guy 85 miles per hour with the slider coming right after that. Good story. Easy to root for, stuff like that. Coming in a 1.57 ERA all the way in September. Good stuff. From pitching in Japan to possibly and most likely pitching in October the following year. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. If that thing's attached and healthy, keep pitching. Good job.
Here's the 1-2 to McNeil. And a high fly toward the triangle, but it won't carry all the way. Jackie Bradley to make the catch, 2 down. The Bruins dropped the puck for the regular season October 3rd. Don't miss the preseason action when they meet Detroit on September 26th at 7 on NESN+. And the Flyers on Saturday the 29th at 5 on NESN. NESN, the home of the Boston Bruins. You are on NESN, young man. Well done.
Is it that easy?
It's pretty much that easy, yeah.
Maybe.
Glad to have him here. Seen a very entertaining game here.
Slow at times. Hopefully they get the W at the end. That should make everyone happy. That 1,600 person parade gonna have their tail in between their legs walking out of here.
A little bit of controversy as well.
Sure. A little bit of Brock Holt there for just one pitch.
Nothing in 2.
What if you went up to the plate saying this guy throws 98 miles per hour and he drops a changeup on you for a strike and then goes for a slider for a strike and you find yourself 0-2 and he hasn't even thrown his heater yet? That's why he's got a 1.55 ERA. Good stuff.
Looking for a 1-2-3 8th inning. And he gets it. He fans Conforto. 1-2-3 they go. Is our 8th inning guy? For every Red Sox homer, Speedway, New England's first choice for value and convenience, and the largest convenience store contributor to Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Underway in the bottom of the 8th inning. Sox ahead 5-3. And Rafael Devers leading it off. Vasquez and then Betts after him. 5 runs, 8 hits for the Boston Red Sox. 3 runs, 2 hits, and 2 errors for the New York Mets.
Seems like the fans got a little chant going on.
And a 1-1 off the outside. Tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock, Chris Sale and Jacob deGrom will finish up the series. That one tagged into right field and down for a base hit. Cut off by Nimmo. Devers hit that one on the button and a leadoff single.
Good job right there. Let's rewind a few games ago when he hit that curveball past the pesky pole. Was able to turn on that pitch. Granted, it was off speed. Another pitch on the inner half right here. Good job putting some good wood on it.
Time for Built for Baseball now, presented by T-Mobile.
How about Brock Holt stepping into the box? I just need one pitch right here. Fastball down the middle, thinking he's getting ahead. Brock Holt stepping in there, pinch hitting, not pinch seeing. Good job driving in too. I just need one pitch. I don't know what that is, but it's awesome.
You know, Brock almost hit that one out.
Yeah.
You know, moments after Jackie was denied a home run on the umpire decision from New York. That one was up near the top of the wall for the double.
Well, he came to me the other day and said he's coming for me for the 4 pinch hit homers.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said, I'm coming for you. I said, I don't know, Brock. I think that record and Cal Ripken's are the only 2 that I'm never going to get broke.
I would agree wholeheartedly. Any baseball fan would. That's sharply hit. Great scoop by Frazier in the second. That's one. And he'll turn to double play. That was a bullet, but into a twin killing. And just like that, 2 gone. Frazier with a nifty stab. And that'll send a Mookie Betts.
Ooh. He can play some third now. He sure can. They don't call it the hot corner for nothing.
Craig Kimber loosening in the pen now. Beautiful day has turned into a terrific night here with the Red Sox in the lead 5-3. But it remains a tight one as Mookie takes a strike. He's been hit by a pitch and scored. He's also walked, but otherwise 0 for 2.
I'd like to see him clear out that 30, get that 30 on the board. 30 homers. Stretch one out real quick.
One missed badly. For a limited time, Jordan's Furniture save up to $200 on select Sealy Hybrid and Conform mattresses. You get up to 60 months equal payments with no interest. Savings like this will not last long. Foul at the plate. And 2-2 on Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts, the first player in Major League history to hit 40 or more doubles and steal 20 or more bases in 4 straight years. Wow. Just another reminder he's done a few things this year. As you said, gunning for a 30-30 season. It seems only a matter of time. Now 29 home runs. High fly down the left field line. That one into the corner. Conforto over to give that a look, but into the stands and then out.
3-2 changeup. He went with the off speed. 3-2. Mookie Betts not really going to challenge that guy with the 3-2 fastball. Just a little bit under it right there out in front. That's the velocity differential a changeup will create. Let's see what he goes with again. Can't imagine he backs it with another changeup as well as he pulled it right there.
Gagno's 3-2. Red Sox do have one stolen base today, but Xander Bogaerts had that. Mookie still there with 28. Benintendi waiting on deck.
Nice little battle right here. That's pitch number 8. 2 outs, not giving in. Extend the inning. Still being dangerous. That's a pro batter right there.
Payoff pitch. And he walked him. So no hits today for Mookie, at least not yet, but on base 3 times. Here's our game summary brought to you by Xfinity. Rick Porcello went 5, giving up 2 hits, 3 runs. Jackie Bradley with what turned out to be a double. High off the monster. Brock Holt came off the bench yet again and delivered. And the Red Sox lead at 5-3 in the bottom of the 8th inning.
There they go, coming inside on a lefty again. Clear him out. Nice.
The middle of a base hit. Mookie Betts down to second. Second hit today for Benintendi. It's a very good sign because he had a cold homestand until today. And here comes Callaway to make a pitching change.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. That's being ready 0-0, just like his co-pilot Brock Holt. Both of them going after the 0-0 fastball. You look at Brock, I can do it too. Good job right there. Ready to hit right when you get in the box.
So move to the bullpen here for the Mets.
The distance he's got to cover, 47 feet. Good job. Making an impact right there, trying to get out of that number 68. I'm sure you will by next year.
Craftsman, the official tools of the Boston Red Sox, who have speed on the bases and power on the box now. JD Martinez coming up. He's had an unusually quiet day. 0 for 4. A couple of strikeouts and a couple of pop-ups. He's got runners on and 2 away with the Red Sox, trying to put this one on ice with a 5-3 lead in the 8th. JD at 41 home runs. That is 1 behind Chris Davis of the Oakland A's.
JD with it's 0 for 4, 4 for 4. Always in attack mode from pitch 1. There he is again.
First one 96, got a piece of it, strike 1. Oh, 1. 97 that time.
There's 3 consecutive fastballs, obviously running up there 97. That's plus velocity. Haven't seen his off-speed pitch yet. It's probably be a good time for it.
On the 1-2.
Well, he's staying with the gas.
Eat again, but missing. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Big pitch right here, obviously with 2 outs. Throws a ball, gets to a 3-2 count. That gets the runners in motion right there. Strike 3, ball 4, ball will play. The runners are going to go. Therefore, they're going to go right when he delivers it.
And a swing and a miss, strike 3. Rare day for him to go hitless on the afternoon. And now it's up to Kimbrel to lock it down. 5-3 as we go to the 9th. Bob's Discount Furniture is going to bat for the Jimmy Fund again this year. Bob will donate $1,000 to the Jimmy Fund for every game saved. Everybody saves at Bob's, the only choice for untouchable furniture value. Available in store or at mybobs.com. 9th inning, Kimbrel on for the save. A 2.33 ERA. Tossed a perfect 9th inning and 8 pitches. Get his 40th save on Thursday against Toronto. And he has a 2-run cushion. Jay Bruce to lead it off. 0 for 3 with 2 punch outs here today.
Yeah, Jay Bruce always a deep threat right here, but always is a swing and miss candidate for those hard sliders, just like that, going 0-0.
He'll be followed by Frazier and then Nimmo, so all 3 are home run threats for the Mets. Sox have out hit them 10-2 today.
Yeah, they only had 2 hits and they've only left 3 on base. Not been many base runners at all. That's 98 miles per hour on the black, down and in. Whew.
He is 0 for 5 against the Red Sox closer.
Yeah, I think a lot of those at bats are coming off when Jay was in Cincinnati and Craig was in Atlanta over the National League.
1-2.
Yep. 2 of the 3 pitches were sliders right there. Jay Bruce, a tendency to swing over that slider, but a lot of people are off Craig.
There's some real bright spots out of the bullpen today. Bobby Pointer, Stephen Wright walked a couple of guys and got the next 3. Frazier a 1-2-3 8th inning.
Yeah, Bobby Pointer's got that heavy 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Ryan coming out, going 0-2 without even throwing his fastball, and blows him away. 97. Couple weapons.
Here's the 2-2 to Bruce. Rick Porcello can win it. He went 5. The plan was for Rick to go no longer than 6 innings anyway. If he gets the W, he goes to 17-7.
Yeah, like I said, a weird 3 innings right there. I thought he pitched great. I really did. I was really enjoying him pounding that black.
Swing and a miss. Down he goes. 1 away. Bruce fans for the 3rd consecutive time.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about right here, setting it up with that high fastball and then going down with that knuckle curveball or whatever he wants to call it, slider, anything. I call it awesome. At the end of the day, gets a punch out. Jay Bruce, good job.
Frazier 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. He was on when Nimmo hit the home run in the 4th inning to put them up 3-1.
His fastball plays against anyone, but another good candidate for his off-speed pitch.
He is 0 for 4 and has struck out 3 times against Kimbrel. Nimmo on deck. As the Red Sox look to even up the series and pick up their 102nd victory. Toronto's still up 8-3 on the Yankees there in the 7th inning. Red Sox came in with a magic number to win the division of 6.
And then
snapped in there for a strike.
the Yankees lose and Oakland wins there, and that turns into a sticky situation again. That wild card race is getting tighter and tighter.
Right now the A's are very early in their game at Tampa Bay. It's 2-1 Rays in the 3rd.
I think going into today, New York's game and a half up.
Oakland playing really well. They've won 8 out of 10.
Yeah, they're on the opposite coast as their home. They're over in Tampa, coming from Oakland, so they are dangerous.
2-2. Great big crowd on a beautiful Saturday afternoon turned into evening. Here's the 2-2 from Kimbrel and a little roller foul as Frazier stays alive. Darryl Strawberry jersey. Again, the Mets traveled really well here to Fenway for the weekend.
Got to be one of the most favorite alumni over there at the Mets. Strawberry. You still see that jersey every now and again.
Yep, no doubt. 2-2 again. He pokes that one in the air. Here comes Jackie Bradley to make the play. 2 down. One more out to get for Kimbrel. And Nimmo's really been their offense today, with the 3-run shot in the 4th inning into the Met bullpen.
Yeah, also a walk and a hit by pitch. All 3 times have reached base.
Craig Kimbrel 1 out away from save number 41.
Coming into this at bat, he's sitting at a .396 on base percentage. 400 on base. That's pretty good.
Base is clean. 2 down. 98. 1 ball and 1 strike. And a right-hander with a 1-1.
That curveball down and out right there, just off the plate, just a smidge right there. But the way Craig's throwing the ball right now, I don't think he's in bad shape at all. 2-1 count, 2 outs, up pitch away. Right there.
On the infield, here comes Xander Bogaerts. He fires on, gets him, and this one is another win for the Red Sox. 5-3 over the New York Mets. The Red Sox now at 102 wins and counting, Tom Caron.